Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And this video, we're gonna go ahead and install some rain guards, visors on the FX37 or QX70. And the ones that I got, I think look pretty sick. I've seen other brands that I don't really like that kind of like just stick over, and I didn't like that look. These actually kind of tuck in, so it'll give it a nice clean look on the FX, which is what I really wanted. And I actually got these as a gift. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so here are the window visors, and they're here, in channel, rain and wind deflectors. So these are inner channel, not outer, so they go inside of the grommets. And then right here, made in Taiwan, so it did come from pretty far away, and they were pretty well packaged. I already took everything out, of course, because I was inspecting it to make sure nothing was broken, but everything was like taped to the cardboard so it wouldn't fly around. But these are pretty good quality. See no issues with them. They look pretty good, so I'm pretty excited to install these. And the reason I wanted inner channel ones is because they look a lot cleaner in comparison to the ones that you just stick on with tape on the outside. I don't like those because, one, they fall off pretty easily after some time, especially once you wash your car several times, they start to come off. These should hopefully last a lot longer. I've seen people say they last years without any issues, and it'll give it a nice cleaner look instead of just being on top of the trim. I didn't want the on top of the trim version because it just doesn't look as clean, and I've seen a lot of people have like fitment issues with. But yeah, let's go ahead and install these. These should honestly take less than like 10 minutes to install. We are going to go ahead and clean the area first before we install them, just to make sure it adheres properly, and then go from there. Alright, now how you can tell which side goes on what side, it tells you right here. This is right rear window. It's not actually the back one, this is the front one. I don't know why it says that right there, but this is right front window, and it goes in just like that. And then this is going to be the other side. As you can see, there should be different sides. So this is supposed to go in just like that, and then you're supposed to bend this and then stick it in there and then push up like that. So pretty easy to install these. As you can see, I'm already doing this with no problem. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead and clean these surfaces so it can stick properly and we don't have any issues. But it should technically go in like that. I don't think it's gonna go in here. I can try though. Yeah, it shouldn't go right there because then the window's not gonna close, so it has to go over here like that. So just make sure that it's in here versus being over here. You don't want to put it on this side because it's not going to close the window. As you can see, the window is right there. Now, I did watch another video where a guy just kind of like scuffed the surface with one of these right here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Should be fine. And then we can clean it. But essentially, he just went in here and like scuffed it, so the 3M tape can stick a little bit better. Look at all that dirt right there. Alright, I'm just going to let it sit for a bit so it can dry properly, and then we can go ahead and install these. And the Z's looking so clean right now. I think this is probably like the cleanest my Z has ever been. There's always been like something wrong with it. I know like my carbon one, it was starting to yellow, so that's why I wanted to get rid of it. Also same thing with my hood. Hood was beginning to yellow again, had a few cracks. So I got rid of that too, and now everything's like painted. I only have like these carbon pieces right here left, but it looks pretty good. Alright, so when we install this one, we're going to remove this tape first. Once we have this side in, then we can go ahead and work on removing these right here. Alright, it's dry. I just ran my finger through it, make sure there's no water. Everything's good. So now we're going to go ahead and remove the tape on here. Same thing right here. And then the good thing is that I already blacked out all my chrome. And I think that with that deleted, it's going to look a lot better. And that actually reminds me, I have seen some other deflectors that had chrome on the top. I did not like that, if I'm being honest with you. These are the ones that I really liked. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put this side in first. Then you're going to push this down and in, like that. Then grab this, push it up so it can stick. And it should be that easy. Alright, looks like it's hitting up here. It's hitting this right here. So it has to go like that. Maybe it goes in this one right here then. So it took me a little bit of finessing to try to figure this out. But I found out that it actually does not go like on the inner portion. It actually goes in the outer portion. And the only thing I don't like is I can see this right here. I feel like if I push this more in, then it'll feel a little bit better right here. Then you push this up because you can see that piece, the inside of like this right here. But when I roll up the window, it'll get stuck right here. As you can see, we hit it a few times. Now with it being there, if I roll it up, it no longer hits that piece right there and it won't get stuck anymore. So it needs to go like on the outer piece right here. And then now I just need to move it like up. But I don't know if it's just not going up because it doesn't have more space or what. But it doesn't look bad like that. And it doesn't look like it's coming out either. It's on there pretty good. I have to clean this surface right here instead. As you can see, mine's extremely dirty. So I need to clean that before I can install these. So it actually goes like in here versus in here. So just a heads up, make sure you go back in here and you start cleaning these because these are all dirty right there. All of it. Well, this is why you guys watch videos before you do something like this, so you don't mess it up. And it looks pretty good too. Alright, now we're working on this back piece. And so far, like the biggest issue that I'm honestly running into is that it gets like kind of stuck right here in the middle. So you gotta kind of work your way around and then push it in. I'm not taking these off yet until I can kind of get it in, and then I'll take the tape off. See if it fits properly. See, like right there, it's getting stuck. Okay, that one fits pretty decent. Same thing though, like it has that small gap and I don't know why. It doesn't look bad though. Yeah, it looks like the same thing would happen right here too. If I were to put it like on the inside, same thing, it would like get stuck and it would hit it. So it does need to go on the outer portion versus the inner portion. And then right there you can see that's not coming off. But again, I don't want to push it too much and it breaks. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. I like it. Okay. Okay, again, so just in case I wasn't clear, you gotta clean this end right here, and this is where you're gonna put it in. So it technically goes inside of here versus on this other one where I told you guys earlier, because I'm just not gonna shut the window. Same thing on this side, gotta tuck it in there. Right here, same thing. And then right here, there's like this lip, and then there's this other one right there. You're gonna tuck it in here. Alright guys, so here is how the FX looks. It gives it a nice sleek design, like it's meant to be there, versus being like an add-on. Like I said, the add-ons, I don't like them too much because it just looks like you just stuck it on there, which you honestly did if you picked those up, because it's just held on by 3M tape. This gives it a more sleeker, clean design. As you can see right here, just goes down. This does bother me a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad. Like if you look at it from a distance, like you can't even notice it, to be 100% honest. So it doesn't look bad, it looks pretty good. And I do like this as well, right there. Scrolls down, and no issues. I'll throw in a clip at the end of me driving with the visors on. Didn't hear any wind noise, nothing crazy like that. The only real issue that I had is like sometimes when I roll up the window, it'll get stuck. But after washing it, it kind of stops. So I'm not sure if just washing it, you know, freed up some debris in there or something. But I haven't had that issue since then. But here's a walk around of the FX. The next model will be painting my calipers a dark blue. I think it'll complement the vehicle very well once I do that. And it'll be the final touch before I go ahead and decide to do like the model list video on this car. Not too much left that I really want to do to it. I do want the lip, but I honestly won't spend whatever it's worth right now. I think it's over like $500 for that lip. Just in case you guys want to hear how they sound on the inside with the windows kind of cracked open. As you can see, I have it a little bit open, and so far I'm not really hearing like a lot of wind noise. I heard some people say that you hear a lot more wind noise with these, but it sounds kind of normal to me if I'm being honest with you. And let me try to open it a little bit more. Yeah, it sounds normal to me. Nothing crazy. It's on there sturdy, it's not coming off. So you don't gotta worry about these coming off, and they look pretty clean if I'm being honest with you. It doesn't look like all cheap and weird. So the only issue that I'm honestly having is, you know, with a little bit of space kind of showing, but it's not horrible. At least it's black, so it's not like super noticeable. But that is going to conclude the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.